Every shadow holds a story. Every story hides a haunting truth. If it chills, bewilders, or keeps you up at night, you'll find it here. Step into the darkness with us and dare to listen to the Ghost Encounters podcast. Welcome back, all you spooky people, to the Ghost Encounters podcast. I am paranormal investigator Justin Torok.
And I'm Jordan, the group scientist.
I'm Hannah, your death-obsessed bestie.
Yes, this is our Christmas episode. We have done these before. We're talking about creepy Christmas folklore and traditions. We've had a previous episode on this, and we went over Krampus and Mary Lude, Hans Trap, some of the main ones. So in this one, we're going to get into some others. And since it is the holiday season, I have a little something for you girls.
Oh, no.
It's just really, really small. So while you were in New York and looking at the tree lighting in New York, yes, I went to a holiday horror sideshow market with Maggie. Shout out to Maggie.
Maggie.
And they had some cute stuff. I want to give a shout out to Black Curios Magic with a K. Black Curios Magic with a K. They were very nice. I was on TikTok Live, and they were very cool, so I got a little something from there. These are magnets. The first one...
I love magnets.
The first one is for Jordan.
Ooh.
It says, "Stay spooky," our slogan.
Yay! Thank you.
What drew my eye, though, was this one for Hannah. And it just so happens that this plays into our last episode. Because it says, "Live, love, lobotomy."
That's awesome.
It'll fix me.
For you.
It'll fix me, I swear.
Oh, that's so cool. It has like
delightful. Look
a
how cute
ghost
that
coming
is.
out of the top.
Yeah, so again, shout out to Black Curios Magic with a K. They were very nice. And this is our holiday episode. Actually, for those of you who are listening or watching, there is going to be a bonus episode after this, but that is only for subscribers or people on Patreon. So if you want to hear that and want to hear some more of this creepy Christmas folklore and traditions, you're going to have to become a subscriber on Spotify or head over to Patreon. I mean it's worth your while.
Subscribe.
We're beefing it. We're beefing it up. We're beefing up the
That's right.
the rewards. They're getting beefy. Rewards are getting beefy.
Now, a lot of the info we got was from this book, Scary Book of Christmas Lore, written by Tim Rayborn. I saw this on an ad because apparently the ads are just know exactly what I want.
They do.
I saw this and I was like, oh my God, we need this. And so I bought it. You can buy this. It is on our TikTok shop. If you go to our TikTok shop, we have a special discount and you can buy this awesome creepy Christmas lore book. It's really cool. They have some great pictures. The stories are wonderful. Great to read around with your family at Christmas time.
Yeah, it's cute.
Family discretion advised.
Only a little bit.
It's not that weird. It's only like small weird.
Are you all ready for the holidays? Because I'm almost there. I'm not fully ready.
Dude, I'm a Halloween bitch.
I mean, same.
So are we.
Same.
I am a Halloween bitch. CJ is a Christmas person though. So like Thanksgiving ends and he's like, "I'm ready." And I'm like, "Bro, calm down. I just made a turkey and we need to fucking chill."
I am literally Jack Skellington. They're both my favorites. Back to back. Halloween's obviously my first favorite, but then it's Christmas, and I am a terrible shopper, so I still have not done any
You're
Christmas
a great
shopping.
shopper. You're great at getting good things for people.
It takes me
You're a
so long to
thoughtful
think of the
gifter.
good ones, though, so I'm a little late to the game this year.
But you're good at it. But speaking of presents, our holiday merch is back. Actually, you can see Jordan has one on. So this is our Ghost Encounters shirt, and the Christmas lights are intertwined throughout all the letters of Ghost Encounters. Hannah has on our Summon the Holiday Spirit Ouija piece shirt. This one is my absolute favorite. I designed that myself. It's really cool. Designing... This was Jordan's idea with the lights through the letters.
It's super
That
cute.
took me so long to do.
Of course, the one I made up.
Support the effort.
Yeah, but these make
Support
great
the effort.
gifts
They
for
do.
people who love Ghost Encounters or who love spooky things. These are great gifts.
Dave gets a podcast shirt every year.
Does he really?
Yeah, I think my dad has like 2 or 3 podcast shirts. Does he wear them? I don't know, but he gets them.
But he is
Jeff
watching.
won last year.
Yeah, he is.
And listening.
He just watches to roast me later. That's love.
But yes, head over to ghost-encounters.com, click on Spooky Shop, and you'll see our holiday merch. You got to get it right now if you want to get it in time for Christmas. We're cutting down to the wire. It's been out for a bit, so get those gifts. And let's start with a little intro, shall we?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Deck the halls with dread and darkness. On this episode, we unwrap the unsettling tales of holiday horrors. From the mischievous Belsnickel to the haunting wild Barbaras and the nightmarish Nuckelavee, discover the eerie figures that make the festive season a little less merry. Tune in if you dare for our holiday special that'll send shivers down your chimney.
That's so cute. I love that.
You started laughing too early, and I almost effed it up.
Oh, no, I thought it was funny. I decked the halls with dread and darkness.
I love
I
that.
need a banner.
Me too.
All right, is that going to be the next shirt?
Yes.
For next holiday shirt?
Yes.
All right, next year we're going to have a holiday shirt that says Deck the halls with dread and darkness.
That's
I think
a good
that's great.
one. I like that a lot.
All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we are back. So, I didn't realize that the Belsnickel was an actual thing. I thought it was kind of made up for The Office. For anyone who knows me, you know I love The Office. I mean, at Maren Sean's wedding, my one rule, well, I had two rules, but one of them was I can only say that's what she said one time. Long story short, I had the entire audience say that's what she said jokes with me in my speech.
Like 15 times.
Yeah.
He got around it.
Dwight dresses up as the Belsnickel. So if you watch that episode, it's kind of accurate to the actual folklore. It's very, very close, especially the way he looks, his whipping reeds and all that. He doesn't say the words impish or admirable. Dwight's gifts were a little odd. They were like farming or like canning objects.
Well, that makes sense.
That's not what the Belsnickel
shit.
had, though. So let's get right into it. So the Belsnickel is a grumpy figure of Christmas folklore, and he is absolutely no jolly Santa. He hails from the dark forests and misty hills of southwest Germany, particularly along the Rhine River. He is actually a companion to Saint Nicholas. His name refers to the fur that he wears, Bels, and his connection to Nicholas, Saint Nicholas, Nickel, so Belsnickel.
He's called Harry Nick.
Yeah. Pretty much. Furry Nick. That's pretty much what it is.
That's gross.
He also wears rags, sometimes women's clothing.
Hell yeah, get it.
And occasionally deer antlers on his head. His clothes are very poor, ragged, worn, kind of just like how Dwight has it in The Office. In some of these tales, I said he wears women's garments, and he's occasionally known as the Christmas woman, and it kind of adds
his drag persona.
a cross-dressing into this tale, which is kind of funny because people, obviously he's not fully real, and people would dress up as the Belsnickel, and in some areas he'd wear women's clothing.
Get real weird with it, man. That's a lot of places that do like mummering.
Yeah.
Like CJ's family's from Newfoundland, and they have like kind of this very strong mummering tradition.
Yes, we spoke about that on that one episode.
Every time, you can't get away from it. I'll bring it up every year. But a lot of the time, when you're mummering in Newfoundland, you got somebody wearing like grandma's floor-length flower print skirt and like a bra on the outside. Just big stuffed bra. Getting real weird with it.
Hey, let's get weird with it. We always get weird with it.
Oh, constantly.
Right?
It never stops.
In some traditions, it says that he wears a mask with a long, grotesque tongue. This kind of connects him to Krampus. So you can see how, if you read about all these different Christmas folklore and traditions and things like that, you'll see some kind of cross-pollination where some things kind of sound like one another, or some things take things from other stories.
There's like a lot of German, Bavarian things.
Yes.
You see a lot of different iterations of like the same 5 things.
And unlike most of St. Nicholas's companions, the Belsnickel works alone. So if you remember the Office episode with Dwight, he had a companion who wears blackface. Yeah, that is not true. That was absolutely made for the episode of The Office. That's not true. The Belsnickel works alone.
Black Pete is a thing. I think Black Pete, unfortunately, Black Pete is a thing, but it's not like German. So he's not with
correct.
He's not with the Belsnickel.
Yes.
He's like occasionally maybe Swedish.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know shit.
But the Belsnickel works alone
I don't know
under the
anything about
cloak
this
of
stuff.
darkness. He arrives a week or two before Christmas. He brings both rewards and punishments in his patched pockets. Treats like candy, nuts, and cakes await the well-behaved, but a bundle of birch switches or sticks serves as a stark warning for those who fall short.
It's gonna come and fuck you up, man.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like
It's
they
not
all do.
as bad as Krampus, because Krampus will take the bad kids and either eat them or drag them to hell.
Yeah,
So we're not
that's-
going that far with it. But his visits are often started by a sharp rap on the doors or windows, sending a shiver throughout the house.
Send a shiver through me. Send a shiver down my chimney.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
You're taking that from the intro, and I gotta put that on a fucking shirt now too.
Yes, Justin's wordsmithing.
Now, when children answer the door, they must prove their worth. The Belsnickel may ask them to sing a song or read a poem for him, but he typically asks them to recount their good deeds that they have done throughout the year. If he likes what he hears, he will toss them treats. But if they try to catch these goodies too quickly or too greedily, he will
Fucked
definitely
up.
give them a swat with his birch sticks. And
They get beat up.
yeah. Oh, he hits them with his birch reeds.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
He whips them, spanks them. Yeah.
We're beating children.
I mean, that happens children being eaten or beaten or taken away is very common in these weird,
Yeah.
dark Christmas folklore.
They want them to be scared shitless, so they do good shit all year.
Now,
Yeah,
if
I
they
mean,
can't remember their good deeds, or if their deeds aren't especially impressive, they will for sure be swatted with his birch reeds.
Oh my gosh.
Belsnickel really said, "Fuck them kids."
Yeah,
Yeah, seriously.
pretty much. And his gruff demeanor and his swift judgments are a chilling reminder that Christmas joy must be earned.
Ooh. You gotta work for it. You don't get it.
You gotta want it. You gotta want it.
How bad do you want it,
Yeah.
kid?
Now,
Oh,
the
no.
purpose of this, obviously, is to try to make sure kids stay good throughout the year, but also as a reminder that they still have some time to be good before the big day, i.e. Christmas.
Okay.
And,
That's
for
nice.
Santa and Saint Nick to come and give them their toys.
It's not as brutal as you thought it would be.
No, it's not
There's
as brutal.
still time.
The Belsnickel tale is one of those legends that was for many years enacted as part of holiday celebrations in Germany. Men dressed up as Belsnickel would travel from house to house in their villages and offer treats to children and perhaps give them a few playful swats with his birch reeds. It was so popular that it was brought to America by German immigrants in the 19th century. In these communities, Belsnickel was much more important than Santa Claus. I mean, you have to imagine immigrants coming over. This is all new.
It's like, fuck
Who knows
Santa.
if their kids are even well behaved?
We don't want to hear about Santa. We want
Yeah.
to hear about the Belsnickel.
I do.
In Pennsylvania, where we're from,
Hey.
he was known as Belsnickel. In Maryland, he was called Belsnickel. However, by the late 1800s, the tradition kind of weaved out, and because of the more commercialized American traditions of Christmas. So today,
Yeah, Coca-Cola
Belsnickel,
Santa.
just like Krampus, is trying to make.
Coca-Cola Santa.
I read. I'm not even kidding.
I know.
God damn it.
I can
Coke.
see the commercials in my head as soon as
Yeah.
you said it.
Yeah, Santa was invented in the 1950s to sell fucking Coke to children.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
We
very commercial.
could have had a bad bitch.
We
We could
could've.
have had
We could've.
Belsnickel. We could
Well,
have
you
had
gave us
Krampus.
polar bears and shit.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we have at least have kept him? I mean, if he's Saint Nicholas's counterpart, why couldn't we have just kept him in the
Right?
mix?
Like fucking thanks
The
a
good-
lot, capitalism.
You got to have that good and evil around this
Yeah.
time. That's
Look,
what happened
you're
for
playing-
decades, for
The
centuries.
coal is not enough. You gotta beat the kids.
Because parents today don't beat their kids enough. So you got to have the Belsnickel. Beat your kids with some fucking birch reeds.
He's coming.
Oh no! People are like, canceled. Ghost Encounters podcast canceled. They're telling me to be my kid.
No, Belsnickel should beat your kids with birch reeds. Not
You
Yeah.
gotta have your uncle dress up, right?
As
So
the
that way it's not you
Belsnickel.
beating them kids. I'm sorry.
That's right. I keep seeing these videos
kill me.
of parents hiring someone or having a family member dress up as a Grinch.
You keep seeing them because I keep fucking
Yes, you
sending them to
do.
you.
and the kids are terrified.
They're
the Grinch
scared.
tries to take the toys and take them. I would love to do that.
I know.
You would be good at it.
Love
You would
to
be
do
really
Justin,
good at
Justin fucking goes, you could pay me $0 to scare your children.
it. He does it every Halloween.
Yeah, and the parents love it. The parents are sick. They love that I scare their kids because they can't discipline their kids as much as they want to. And
See,
so
you don't have the Belsnickel to come by your house.
some of the parents will set their kids up because they saw me scare someone else, and they like set their kids up to take a picture next to me or something, and then I scare their kids. And the dads love it. The look that the dad's like, ha 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 ha.
That's
The dads love
payback
it.
for not eating your peas last night.
This is for the time you threw up on my face when we were playing airplane.
But I would definitely dress up as the Grinch to scare kids. Or, I mean, I would love to do Belsnickel, but no one really knows what the hell it is.
No, I have no idea. I feel
You
like
know.
I'm lost. I
So
feel
I'd
like
love
I'm
to
in
do
the
the
Twilight
Grinch.
Zone right now. I have no idea. I don't watch The Office. I don't know anything about culture, apparently. So here I am learning with you
I'd
guys.
have to be Jim Carrey's Grinch. I mean, that's
Oh my
the one I'd have
God.
to do.
That's he's the new iconic one. I
Are
guess.
you two still living?
That was good. I like that.
But anyway, some places, especially like Pennsylvania Dutch areas, are trying to bring back Belsnickel. We even have Krampusnachts here in Pennsylvania.
I know.
I think they do one in Jim
oh
Thorpe.
My God.
So Krampus, of course, is making a little bit of a comeback.
A crumback.
A crumbback. Well,
You gotta spell it with a K though. Krampus.
yes.
It's the crumback.
The crumback.
Crumback.
And I've heard people I've read in stories that people referred to Belsnickel, the ones that dress up in women's clothing, as crotchety Christmas woman.
That's me.
And I knew it. When I read that, I was like, Hannah's gonna
it's
say that's
Hannah.
her. Hannah's gonna say that's her. I fucking knew it. as
It's
soon
the
as I moved out.
vibe. It's the vibe.
But yeah, but Belsnickel's a reminder that during this time of year, there's always this balance of good and bad, light in the darkness, and I mean, this time of year, everything's just cold and dark, and this is what happens in a lot of these stories. You see that in this time of year, and our last one was really good. I remember like the Yule Cat and Grilla and the Yule Lads.
Yeah, I love that.
Those were so cool.
Icelandic folklore is so fucking weird, man.
Yes,
I love it.
and you see the creepier it gets, you realize the darker and colder it gets on the continents where these are coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
All right.
You gotta poke a little fun too. You
have to.
gotta
You
poke a
have
little
to.
fun so it's not as fucking scary.
Yeah, and as we said in that one episode that we did with Christmas, Victorian England, I mean, it was very common to tell ghost stories on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you did. In the light of candle and a fireplace, you told ghost stories.
I want to do
And I
that.
think that's pretty. Yeah, why don't we bring that
man.
back?
Let's do it this weekend.
Let's do it at our Christmas party.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
We'll turn off the
Yeah.
lights. We'll
Fuck
bring
me
the
up.
book.
Yeah,
Right?
read them.
We'll bring the book and read a couple things.
That's a good idea.
Stop drinking. Sit down and read.
All three
No,
of us
no.
will
Keep
be at the-
drinking, but you're gonna listen to some fucking ghost
Oh,
stories.
you should make those toasted hot cocoa drinks that you made last year at
Ooh.
girls' night.
Girls' night.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, let's take a break, and
Got
we're gonna get
ideas.
into some more of these Christmas, creepy Christmas folklore.
I'm ready.
And we are back. We're gonna hear from Hannah. Hannah, what story from this book did you pick?
I honestly, I got really fucking overwhelmed looking at all the images in the email. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, what am I gonna do with
There's
this?
a lot to choose from.
I just clicked some stuff at random. I started clicking stuff at random. I'm like, I'm leaving it to the gods to decide what the listeners listen to. So I'm sorry.
You left it
first
to
of all.
Belsnickel.
I
what you
did.
picked.
I did. But I chose the Wild Barbaras.
It's such a wild name. Like, my grandmother's name is Barbara.
There you
know?
go.
It's-
There you go. Because it was just fucking objectively hilarious. It could be like a group of old ladies on a bowling team, and like they're all best friends, and they wear like the little poodle skirts. It's very like whatever they were doing in fucking Greece. I'm picturing like old ladies in Greece outfits.
No, I'm pitching like wild hogs. Like I'm pitching old ladies with leather jackets on motorcycles. You know,
Hell
and
yes.
it says Wild Barbaras on the back.
Hell yeah. I also have it could be a gang of like wine ants.
I was just gonna say,
Okay.
I'm thinking more of like the crazy aunts that you don't have around that often that get together with all of their liquor and they're just like, fuck
Barbaras.
yeah.
They
Why
descend
can't your-
upon the tequila bar.
Yeah, like, why can't your kids be drinking with us at 15?
Yeah.
The other one's giving you a little sneak taste.
Yeah.
Yep.
You love your wild Aunt Barbara.
Yes, you do.
Okay. But this is the Christmas episode, and the Wild Barbaras are another wild Christmas mascot from the olden times. The Wild Barbaras are kind of like another mummering tradition because we can't get through another Christmas episode without me bringing up the mummers again.
Sure.
And in general, it's kind of the same thing as like trick-or-treating, right? But in the name of Christmas this time. They're
sounds
kind
like
of
fun.
like, yeah,
like
right?
that. I
Like
like
you're
that.
going around to houses, you're in a costume, you're harassing the townsfolk.
It's like trick or treat all over again. Why can't we do this?
Yeah, man. Like we got to get out into the community.
Yeah.
We got to spread the fear. But they're also kind of like, there's a group of them. You've got maybe like a wild hunt vibe. And, you got kind of also, like they bring you little things or they hit you with a stick.
Okay, we got more stick hitting. Okay.
Yep, we also got like a St. Nicholas Krampus kind of vibe. It's the Wild Barbaras only have occurred in like a handful of very small alpine villages in Bavaria. Every December 4th, the Wild Barbaras arrive. This is a positive thing, actually.
Okay.
That's the important thing to say here. The wild, they're old ladies. They dress in old-fashioned peasant clothing. They have aprons, headscarves, and sometimes grotesque masks made from forest items like acorns, moss, and leaves.
Oh.
So you got another, like, we've got the found items of the local landscape contributing to the costumes.
Nice.
Kind of like a Krampus kind of thing, where he's Bavarian, he's got the horns, he's got the sheep's pelts that he tends to wear. And when the Wild Barbaras come to town, they will visit nearby homes and they will sweep the floors to symbolically remove evil from the household. They're getting rid of the evil spirits.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
That's like it's witch tradition where you keep a broom over the door to banish the evil spirits. The fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
No time for that shit at Christmas. Fucking for real though. As they sweep through the villages, they will reward children with apples or cookies. Also, the Wild Barbaras will swat the young men with switches.
So here we have more swatting with switches.
But if you are swatted by a Wild Barbara, this is more a symbol of good luck than a symbol of if you've been naughty.
Okay.
They're positive. They're good vibes. It's good luck for the new year. Out with the old, in with the Wild Barbaras. But I enjoy that it's specifically the young men who they're swatting with the switches.
Yeah.
Because it's like you get the cute ones. You go up and you get grandma's going for your cute boyfriend. She's like, "Oh, come here, I'm going to hit you with my stick." And he's like, "Oh no, grandma." Oh. He loves it. It's good luck.
Sounds like the Wild Barbaras love a little BDSM,
Yeah, we're getting weird with it.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, hopefully it's in the wholesome way where the guys are actually in on it and like not in the creepy way. Because I would like to be that grandma. I wanna smack.
You want to be a Wild Barbara?
Oh my God, I'm fated. My hag phase will be my Wild Barbara phase, or maybe the Wild Barbara phase will precede the hag phase. I'll go from Wild Barbara to fucking fully hag. Depends how the next couple of years go, you guys. But the practice of the Wild Barbaras dates back to the medieval period, but has fallen out of favor, kind of, I guess, as a sense of, propriety change.
Yeah.
You got the Christianity comes in, Santa Claus comes in. That's a little more fun and a little less scary, and you don't have to. This is taking the fun away from the grandmas.
I kind of feel like it's disappointing to know that 90% or more of these traditions and folklore just aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're really cool.
But I also take great comfort in that there has been a resurgence of a lot of these traditions over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
People are into it. We got this sense of like cultural pride tied to tradition, which I think is kind of lovely. Especially the real weird shit. Up. Where am I at? Okay. Oh, as for why they are called the Wild Barbaras, it's surmised that this is because they arrive on St. Barbara's Day, which is December 4th. And I'm
that
stoked
makes sense.
yeah, I mean, I guess it's I don't know, as much as it connects in any type of fucking way. But because near as I can tell, it does not at all relate to Saint Barbara, who I did also look up, because I like to talk about weird saints. I went to Catholic school, and we had to do like the All Saints Day parade, and that was always weird. It was always super specific, and like as a kid, that shit once they put it in your brain, it never really leaves.
That's what they want.
That exactly.
Right.
Except I just turned out wrong, man. Like
No, you turned out right.
I'm like, give me the weird ones. I want to hear about the horror saints. Saint Barbara though is like kind of medium weird. She is a martyr, so she did die for her Christian beliefs. She lived in a time when Christians were persecuted, and at the age of 16. Barbara confessed to her father that she was a practicing Christian. He was not pleased about this, and he then tortured her to renounce her faith.
Jeez.
Super normal. But Barbara stood firm in the Lord. While she was imprisoned by her father, it was discovered that her wounds healed overnight. Torches that they tried to burn her with would extinguish before they could touch her skin. And every evening her cell, which he kept her in a cell in their home like a fucking normal person has in their home.
Yeah, because everyone has a cell.
Yeah, I mean, that is where we podcast from. So
Justin's cell.
It's where we post from, you guys.
No one is locked. I'm not keeping them here. Don't worry.
You don't know that.
You don't know that at all.
But she, during the night, her cell was filled with a holy light. And that's Barbara. She was, when they couldn't keep her down, the magistrate ordered her to be beheaded, and her father was the one to carry out the task. So Barbara got her head chopped off.
Oh, that's great.
Jeez. Well,
What the fuck?
However, on his way home from the chopping of the head, her father was literally struck by lightning and fucking killed. So you get immediate divine retribution.
Shame. Such a shameful
Oh,
thing.
that's a
Oh, we
shame.
feel so bad.
We don't miss him. And since that's why she was canonized, for the immediate death of her father, for her bottomless faith, and for her tomb, which has since become a site of miracles. So I guess, I don't know, she's generally seen as a positive thing. The Wild Barbaras are a positive thing. We stan a Barbara.
yeah, even though the word wild is in their name, they're good, essentially.
Yeah. But as far as like a thematic continuity for these two things, like they're completely, I can't figure it out. I don't know. Why are they related? They just show up on St. Barbara's Day. I don't know. They do what they do.
Smacking young men with their sticks.
It's a party for the grandmas. You pick a day. It works. And that's the Wild Barbaras.
That's the Wild Barbaras.
That's all she wrote.
Very cool. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and Jordan's up next. And we are back. Jordan is up next. How do you pronounce this?
It's the Nuckelavee.
Nuckelavee.
All right, here we go. So the Nuckelavee is from the Orkney Islands in Scotland, and it's basically like this island. The ocean like hits the side, so
Okay.
it's like this flat, like exactly how you would think, like when you picture Scotland. It's exactly what you would picture.
Right, I'm picturing this sharp cliff,
Yep,
and the waves are crashing onto it.
Yeah, it has
Okay.
like crazy seas and everything like that. So
Cool. So of course, in a place like that,
Yeah.
you're gonna have some kind of
Good,
weird
scary basis.
tradition.
Yeah. So the Nuckelavee is a mythical sea creature that appears as a horse-like demon when it ventures onto land. Very similar to the Norwegian Noke. I think that's how you say it, Noke. I don't know anything about Norwegian things.
Me neither.
The Nuggle, which I love, and the Kelpie.
That one I know what that is.
Yeah.
This is the
I've heard
first
Kelpie.
I've heard of a Christmas lore that involves a sea creature.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
I'm
Of
into
course, right up your alley, because you love sea stuff.
I do. So when you look it up, you're just kind of like, oh, this shit looks scary as fuck. Like, you're just like, because I'll get into what it looks like, and you're just kind of like, the sea? Like, how does it come out of the sea? Like, it's weird.
Is there a picture?
Yeah, there's a picture. It's
dragging
absolutely
itself out.
terrifying. Yeah.
Claws.
Show
It's-
this book again. Where's
Okay.
the Nuckelavee? I gotta see a
Okay,
picture
I'll
of
keep
this thing.
going and
Go
then
ahead, keep going.
So, a unique and solitary creature that possesses evil powers and apparently its malevolent behavior can influence events throughout the islands. It is often found in the vicinity of the beach, like I said, with that like shore and everything like that. But it doesn't come ashore if it's raining, which I thought was pretty interesting because it comes from the ocean, so like it can't have like fresh water, I guess, involved.
Who knows? Oh, that's
Which
cool.
rainwater
I'm looking-
isn't really fresh, but whatever.
Isn't it?
I don't know. Acid rain, all that crazy shit.
true.
I don't know what's in there.
I don't know.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Oh, I love that. That's a great.
That's a
I like
really
the
cool
dead-
drawing. I don't know who did the artwork in this book. I don't even know if you can see it from here. But that thing is so cool. You got to get this book and
Yeah,
look at these pictures.
absolutely.
This artwork is amazing. It's really
It's
cool.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked
We're
reading the
pimping out
stories.
this book.
Like I said, it can't cross or go near fresh water. But
Vampire lore.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Cool. I like when things cross-pollinate like that.
But what I found interesting in the research was that there was apparently an actual sighting of the Nuckelavee.
Yes.
So an islander, Thomas, I don't know his last name off the top of my head, claimed to have survived confrontation with the beast and reluctantly gave his description of the monster. Like I said, it's the only known firsthand account of somebody actually seeing this thing. According to Thomas, the Nuckelavee has a man's torso attached to a horseback as if it were the rider. But
Ooh.
in other adaptations of like what people think it looks like, it's fused together.
Ooh.
As
yeah.
one
Just
thing.
like in that picture.
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
like fused.
It's like almost
creepy.
like a centaur, but it's also got a
Yeah,
horse
they
head.
actually talk
Yeah.
about center in here. So,
Oh, wow.
the male's torso has no legs, but its arms can reach to the ground from its sitting position on top of this fucking scary ass horse.
Really long arms.
Yeah. So the legs of the horse can have fin-like appendages, which I thought was super cool. So I tried to like
Yeah.
imagine like little fishies sticking out of the
They're
horse.
really mixing a lot of
Yeah.
things together in this.
Yeah. So the torso has a large head that rolls back and forth, which and in this book I kind of giggled when I read it because it like talked about like it rolling
Just bobbling around.
because its neck I guess is
just
like
boneless, kind of.
yeah, so
as
I
the
guess its
horse
neck
walks.
can be like super big compared to the skinniness of its head can be super big compared to the skinniness of its neck. So like basically it kind of doesn't stay upright. So as the horse is moving, this head's
kind of-
bobbling
Oh
about.
my god.
Yeah.
So which head is the real head? Which head does it think with?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's
I
a
have no
really
idea.
good question.
I want to know.
Only you would ask that fucking question.
I'm gonna guess it's the one that's not bobbling around.
I would think
and-
the horse's head.
Is it like an anglerfish? Think about it. Like, oh, that's safe. There's a guy on there. Or inversely, like, oh shit, that guy's riding the horse and he's fucking boneless as shit up there. Gotta go look at him. You know, it's a trap. Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it. So the head has an enormous gaping mouth that releases pungent toxic vapors.
Ooh.
And
Same.
a single giant eye like a burning red flame. Spoopy.
This is the kick-assest thing that's ever been read.
Yeah.
So cool.
Podcast.
And I just picked one at random because I had so many that I actually wanted to do, and then when I got this one started, I was like, fuck
It
yeah.
literally sounds like
yeah.
something out of like Norse mythology.
Yeah,
It
it
really
sounds
does.
really cool. A particularly gruesome detail is that the Nuckelavee has no skin. So apparently black blood courses through yellow veins and the
Ooh.
muscles are visible as a pulsating mass.
That's
Kick-ass.
so cool.
We got some body
That is so
horror.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm
There,
okay.
like I said, there's some other accounts that it looks kind of like a hybrid centaur from one's worst fucking nightmares. And also like a man-like torso that grew out of the back of a horse. And they're fused together, which is also fucking terrifying, in my opinion.
Yes.
So, What were you gonna say, Charlie?
It's a little bit like The Thing, you know? Is
Yeah.
anybody else getting
Yeah.
The Thing vibes? Yeah.
I was super close to the mic when I said that. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
We're all about this gross.
So
awful
far,
creature.
Jordan definitely takes the coolest story.
Yeah, it's so cool. So anyway, the guy that saw this, Thomas, managed to escape from the Nuckelavee after he splashed it with some water from the lock that he was alongside, and then since it briefly distracted the monster, it allowed him to run over to a nearby channel of fresh water and jump to safety on a bank. Like, okay, let me just run away from this scare. I would be frozen with fear. Like, I would be shitting my pants.
Yeah, I can neither confirm. nor
I'm excited to
deny.
see how this comes into, I don't know,
Christmas?
winter or Christmas or something.
We're getting to it right now.
insane.
So, the only entity that's able to control it is the Mother of the Sea. I love that. It's so
Ooh.
pretty. An ancient spirit in I think that's Orcadian, right? Mythology? I hope I said that right. It's like Orcadian.
I just turned the page.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Orcadian,
Orcadian
yeah. you're right,
mythology
you're right.
sounds about right. Who keeps the Nuckelavee, the Nuckelavee.
The Muckleby.
Him too.
The Nuckelavee confined during the summer months. So basically, she like has a leash on him, and is like, "Okay, you can stay here. You like, I'm
Okay.
gonna keep you in line the whole like during the summer and everything." But then she has no power of him in the winter,
Oh,
which is how it ties into Christmas.
interesting.
Reminds me of like a Hades Persephone kind of thing.
Oh
you
yeah,
know, where
Mhm.
it's like seasonal escape from fucking wherever. I don't know.
that's a good way to tie it together.
I mean, it almost works.
Almost. Give yourself some credit.
Never.
I can understand why this would dampen someone's holiday spirit if you're like shitting it. You're like literally bricking it like, oh my god, the Nuckelavee could come out of the fucking ocean at any point and take me away and kill me.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I would be shitting my pants. I would be like, fuck Christmas. We're moving. Like I'm not.
We're locking the doors. We're staying inside. I'm not doing it.
And creepily, even though it's most powerful in the winter, it could still emerge at any time after summer's passing.
Oh my God.
So like in the fall, it'll be like inching its way out. Like, hey, you guys ready for me? You guys ready for me to come out? So these malevolent creatures possibly serve to provide explanations for incidents that the islanders were otherwise unable to account for, such as animals dying, bad crops, drought, deaths, epidemics, accidents, whatever.
All of it.
All the bad shit.
All of it.
Because they blamed everything on the Nuckelavee. They were like, okay, this person, we had 10 people die of this sickness. They're like, oh, the Nuckelavee's here. Like,
Yep.
they're in our presence. So apparently, which I found pretty interesting, this is in the book, seaweed burning to create what is known as kelp began in 1722. The product soda ash was mainly used to treat acidic soil. Although as time went on, its commercial importance, like in soap and glass manufacture, increased. But getting to the fucking point, the pungent smoke emitted during this process of making these was believed to enrage the Nuckelavee.
Oh.
And to demonstrate its fury and to get revenge on the islanders, this resulted in a wild rampage of plague, the deaths of cattle, and destruction of crops. He was like, fuck y'all.
We love a wild
Well, they were like,
rampage.
fuck y'all. It's
Yeah.
not one person, but.
Yeah.
The creature was also blamed for prolonged periods of like abnormally low rainfall, leading to water shortages and poor harvests. Which, like, I mean, I guess it like you want to blame something.
Yes, they didn't know what to blame, so they
Yeah.
blamed this thing, which you hear a lot about some kind of folklore and things like this. You know, something really bad happens and you got to blame it on some kind of mythical creature
Yeah.
or something, because
You explain
why else
it.
would this happen? You
Yeah,
know?
I'd rather blame it on a mythical creature than believe that the earth just fucking hates me. You know?
Being alive is really hard.
Many ancient myths were based upon the natural elements of the turbulent and ever-changing sea around the islands, like I said at the beginning. Established in Orcadian, I love that word,
Yeah.
tales were strongly influenced by Scandinavian mythology with a blending of traditional Celtic stories, which Celtic stories are badass.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the
a
Nuckelavee
shame.
has roots in mythical like it has roots everywhere by like Norsemen fused in traditional Celtic water horse. Like it's just like it's so cool how they kind of brought it together.
Yeah, they took bits and
Bits and
pieces of
pieces,
different
yeah, like
things
puzzle
and
pieces,
created
yeah.
this new thing, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I said at the end of my notes, bless up that I don't have a Nuckelavee problem during Christmas.
That's the last thing we fucking need.
Yeah, it
we don't
really
need
is.
we don't need the Nuckelavee running around
The
in
final
Bethlehem.
straw.
Yeah,
The final
fuck
straw.
that.
It just
definitely
climbs
not.
out of the Lehigh. Just
Oh God,
gonna start kicking shit over at Chris Kindlemart.
just like straight up Sleepy Hollow style, just like running down the street
Oh
with
my
his long ass
God.
janky fucking arms.
I honestly, that would be a hell of a YouTube video. Like,
Yeah,
I would.
admit,
scary.
I would.
Can we
watch
make
that.
a little short or like a movie on this?
We
That
can-
would be funny.
What's there's like a new AI video thing. I probably shouldn't be talking about this. People fucking hate it. But there's like a they're doing AI video creation now. It's all really like weird and uncanny and objects
Yes.
like pass through each other.
Yes,
but if
I've
you
seen those,
asked
yeah.
it to make this,
It probably could.
it'd probably
It'd probably be super
could be-
creepy.
Yeah.
It would probably be
Yeah.
scary as shit.
Yeah. I mean,
probably
I'm not
wouldn't
paying
sleep.
for that shit, but like
But these have been some really cool, creepy Christmas stories. I love it. It's so. Some of these are badass, and
Yeah,
some
they're
of them,
so
you know,
cool.
you can really feel how in these areas it's so terrible or dark and cold, and they come up with these things and taking bits and pieces from different cultures. It's really cool. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we have a spooky fan story for you.
Oh yeah!
finally,
Finally.
they've been waiting.
They have.
If you're loving the Ghost Encounters podcast, be sure to hit subscribe and drop us a 5-star rating. Stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Ghost Encounters PA. For haunted merch, head over to ghost-encounters.com and check out the spooky shop for all our exclusive items. Want to unlock the full Ghost Encounters experience? Become a spooky VIP on Patreon. With your membership, you'll get ad-free episodes, early access, discounts on exclusive merch, and bonus content that brings you closer to the mysteries and the macabre that we explore. Ready to join our haunted community and jump into the shadows? Visit patreon.com/Ghost Encounters Podcast and take your place among the VIPs of the paranormal.
Here's a hauntingly good drink to pair while you listen to Ghost Encounters podcast. It's mead from Colony Meadery, right here in the Lehigh Valley. Mead is alcohol made from honey, and Colony Meadery crafts one-of-a-kind meads from bold and flavorful to award-winning classics. Whether you like sweet, tart, zesty, or refreshing, they have a flavor to match anyone's taste. Discover your new favorite spirit at colonymeadery.com. Looking for a marketing company that's hauntingly effective? Well, Ghost Marketing Company provides expert white label marketing for your business. They bring your brand to life with social media management, eye-catching graphics, targeted ad campaigns, and stunning photography and video production. With Ghost Marketing, you get all the benefits of a marketing team without big agency pricing. It's so good, it's scary. Are you ready to grow your business? Visit ghostmarketingco.com. That's ghostmarketingco.com. And we are back. And like I said, we have a spooky fan story to share. I'm so happy that we have a spooky fan story.
Me too.
Yeah.
We
this
need
is-
more.
Yeah, I'm
This is
ready.
great. We do
I'm
need
ready.
more, so send your spooky fan stories to GhostEncountersStories@gmail.com. You can message us through our website. You can message us on social. However it may be, we'll get the story. We'll share it. It's going to be great.
Inundate us
Sorry,
with your
I
paranormal.
was on my phone because I wanted to make sure that we had the full spooky fan story type.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay,
we're
very good.
It was for the podcast. Don't worry.
I promise I wasn't just sitting on Instagram for fun.
She would not be doing that.
We love you. We're obsessed with you. Please don't leave.
Don't go anywhere. Stick around.
We won't lock you in a cell, but don't.
Speak for yourself.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
You would be that bitch, wouldn't you?
Dude, 100. No, I'm not that bitch. I'm not that bitch. I swear to God, I'm not that bitch. Don't put that.
Just swore. And then you were like, no, I'm not that bad.
No, like I'll say anything you want if you chant my name 3 times. It's
Fucking
bad.
Hannah.
It's so bad.
So, I know she's been waiting. This one comes from MEV. Let's just get right into it. It says, "Hi, my name's MEV. I've been seeing ghosts and entities since I was a baby, so here's a few short stories." What a great way to open
Yeah,
up.
that's
I mean,
a nice way
just
to get us
just-
hooked.
Yeah.
Hit me.
My mother told me about this since I don't remember the event. Back when I was born, we lived in a small house in the middle of town. My mom was in cosmetology school, and my dad was a band member, so most nights during tour season, it was just me and my mom at home. One night when I was about 2, my mom was in the kitchen cleaning, and I was in my room. Mind you, our house has been around since the scarlet fever. Wow.
Wow.
And out of nowhere, around 10:30 p.m., my mom heard a blood-curdling scream in my room. When she ran in, she saw a black, shadowy figure standing about 7 foot tall. White eyes and a slim figure leaning over my crib. The minute it noticed her, it disappeared.
Oh, hell no.
That's terrifying.
Oh,
Holy
fuck
shit.
no.
This is the Hat Man, but peeled.
I mean, just being in your house doing something, you hear the blood-curdling scream is enough to shit your pants, and then
Yeah.
you see this massive figure over your kid's crib.
Gotta get the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Fucking.
That
you got
happened.
an intruder.
That happened until we moved out. Even after we had a priest and a medium come in, it wouldn't disappear. I still have scars from deep cuts I would wake up with after seeing the figure.
What the
Wow.
Holy
what
shit,
the
I am
fuck?
so sorry.
That's terrifying.
That's
Yeah.
intense.
Oh, hell
Powerful.
Wow.
no. You tough ass bitch.
Yeah,
You're
right?
a tough cookie.
Fucking tougher than me. That's for fucking sure.
Now she says, my boyfriend lives in a house with multiple spirits and ghosts, and back when we were just friends, I was at his house for a sleepover, and when I got up to get changed, I saw the spirit of an old woman. She was calm and didn't say or do anything. She just sat there in her rocking chair. Oh, come on.
A rocking chair.
Crotchety old woman in the rocking chair just staring at you. That is
It's a
that's
classic.
creepy too.
I like that actually. She's not bothering nobody.
Still, but
It's
Just let
creepy.
you just
grandma.
hear the creak of the rocking
Oh,
chair
yeah.
and she's just staring at you. That's
God damn it, you
so
old people,
scary.
get out of my house.
Later that night, we were sleeping in the living room and I saw the twins, she has in quotes,
Oh no.
who were two small children moving around different things, turning on a light. We think they were both around 7 to 14. That's all I have. Thank you so much for reading.
Oh, thank you so
I
much.
want more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want
tell
more.
me
That
more.
was intense.
Write
If
in
you've been
again.
seeing ghosts this long and you have these crazy stories, I know you have more. So please, MEV, write in some more.
I
This
know
is
you have
fantastic.
more. Bring them all.
I know you do. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. We're gonna take a very small holiday break. We got family stuff
Yeah.
going on, so right. I'm talking right after the new year. We're gonna come out with the next episode, I hope we wish you all a very happy holidays, whatever it is you celebrate, whether it be Christmas or Hanukkah or the Belsnickel or Krampus,
Kwanzaa?
whatever
Or
you
if
want
you don't celebrate at all.
Or if you don't
stay
celebrate
safe
at all.
and healthy.
Yep.
you know.
Exactly. It's a very, depressing and dark time during the winter. So whoever you are, wherever you are, we just wish you all happiness.
Unless you're nuts like
and-
me that loves the winter
Yeah, that's true.
and
you
being
do.
in the darkness.
Dude, I
That's
gotta
me.
tell you, if I have to fucking drive on 22 in the dark, in the rain one more time, that will be my fucking 13th reason.
It's like pouring today. The rain right now is a little too much for even me.
It is.
My Jack Skellington blow up isn't even blown up. My 4 feet guy is laying flat on his back right now. Poor guy.
Damn it.
But thank you all so much for listening, and those of you who are watching, thank you so much for watching. We hope we didn't scare you away. Don't forget, holiday merch is out, so get your Ghost Encounters holiday merch before it is gone, because after the new year, it is gone and won't be back
Bye-bye.
until next season. And if anyone has any ideas for episodes, send them our way.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Write
you
in.
have a bunch of different ways to communicate with us and message us, so right away. And that's it.
That's it.
Shall we?
This is
All
it.
right.
Okay.
That's all the time we have for today. Stay spooky.
Merry Christmas.
And it is not normal to have a cell in your home.
Ha ha.